Okay, so after, I'm not sure where I left off in the last short, but after my grandma passed, I turned inward super hard, like, because I just wanted to disappear. Like, I didn't know what to feel. I was feeling a mix of like anger, grief, sadness, a bunch of different things. And like, I didn't have a very supportive family, so I didn't know how to go about like feeling those things. Like, death was new to me. That was the first death I ever experienced. And at that, I saw their lifeless body. So it was jarring as a like young, I'm not gonna say I was a kid, I was a teenager, but it was just jarring to be like 16, 17 and like seeing my grandmother lifeless there. But after all that happened, it made me realize that like nobody could do any of that stuff for me. Nobody could process those feelings. Nobody could deal with those feelings other than me. And so instead of, just continuing to feel that sadness, I tried to figure out how could I just accept that she was not there. And it was by honoring her, by honoring the fact that while she may not be there physically, she lives on in me energetically. Because for me, after she passed, that shift in consciousness said that she was with me. Because I was able to perceive things differently, because I was able to see the world in a different light. Not only that, but I was also smoking weed at the time, so that was helping to open my mind. And I still smoke weed because it helps me deal with my shadow. Like, that I feel like is a part of my shadow, but that is its own thing. And so in dealing with this, I found a partner and we sort of went through our own things together. And I'm going to fast forward past this part because it's like a long story. But pretty much after we broke up, I was still living with them for a little bit. And then it got to a point where I didn't want to be there, so I moved back home. And then moving back home, I was there for a few months. And this is when I started to be a bit more like introspective and like really try and dive deep inside myself to understand what it was that I was feeling and like all these other things. And so while I was at my parents' house, I was able to come across some shrooms. So I was like, I heard this saying that shrooms will find you when you are ready. And I abide by that because it, again, is a spiritual teacher. So I started doing shrooms, and then I realized that I had a choice. I didn't have to be at my parents' house. If I wasn't happy there, why stay there? Why continue to be somewhere that doesn't make me feel good? And so with that, I just decided that I was going to move back to the city that I was living in with, my partner or whatever, and just go from there, figure my life out. And yeah, I'll talk about what happened in the next video.